Hello, my sweet friends. How are you this week? I'm so excited to be here with you again. I wish we could all be together here in the classroom, but for now, we'll just do videos, okay? So, it's a new week. What's the first day of our school week? Do you remember? Monday, right? Monday is the first week of our school week. And we started a new month last week, you remember? I don't know if you can see the word. You see the word up there? That says April. Can you say April? April. Yeah. Good job. So today is Monday, April the 6th. All right, can you show me 6 fingers? It's 5 fingers and 1 more. April the 6th. Good job. So this week we're learning 2 new letters. Remember, we're learning the letter O and we're learning the letter P. Okay? But we're also going to learn a little something new. Okay, so last week we learned all about springtime, right? We read some stories about spring, and we're going to keep reading some stories about spring for probably the next couple of weeks, okay? Because this is the beginning of springtime. So a lot of our stories this week are going to be about gardens, and we'll keep talking about gardens next week too, and things that we can find in a garden. Okay, so do you guys have any gardens at your house? Or maybe you have a grandparent who has a garden. Have you ever seen a garden before? Do you know what we grow in a garden? There's lots of things that you can grow in a garden, actually. And usually you might see something like this near a garden. Do you know what this is? This is a pot, right? It starts with the letter P. Pot, right? And you can put small plants inside pots like this. Sometimes people grow herbs or little flowers in pots like this. So it's a good time during the spring to try to start planting new plants. Some people grow flowers and herbs and things like that, and some people grow vegetables and fruits and all kinds of things in their gardens. So there's really, if it's a plant, you can grow it in a garden, right? So we're going to learn all about gardens and all about plants and animals and things that you find in gardens. But this week is also a really special week. Do you know what happens on Sunday? Do you know what Sunday is this week? It is a special celebration, a special holiday that we celebrate called Easter. Have you ever heard of Easter before? Well, this Sunday, so in 7 days, it's going to be Easter. And we're going to read some Easter stories this week. And I'm going to have a special book that I'm going to read to you guys for Sunday, for Easter Sunday, okay? So if your mommies and daddies say that it's okay, you can watch a special video on Sunday all about Easter. Sound good? Okay, so we're going to start out this week, though, learning about gardens and plants and how things grow, okay? So, what do you need to grow something in a pot or in a garden outside? What kinds of things do you need to grow things? You need some dirt, right? You need some soil, and you need water, right? You need to water your plants so that they will grow. Exactly. So, we're going to learn all about how things grow. And yeah, our book today is actually called How Things Grow. What is she holding? She's got her watering can. What kinds of plants did she grow? She grew pumpkins. right? Do you see these little yellow flowers? Those flowers turn into pumpkins. Isn't that amazing? So, we're going to read this story today about how things grow. Are you ready? You got your listening ears on? Okay, here we go. So, remember last week we also learned about how seasons change. There's winter and spring and summer and fall, right? Things are changing around you all the time. As winter turns to spring and then to summer and fall, every living thing in the entire world is changing. Plants are changing. Animals are changing. Look, and you can see some of these changes. You see how the trees change, and even the grass changes, and the animals change. Even what this little girl is wearing, her clothes change throughout the year too, doesn't it? A meadow is a good place to look for changes. Here in the springtime, small white flowers grow close to the ground. When these flowers die, tiny green berries are left behind. In just a few days, the berries change and grow until they are red strawberries, juicy and sweet. That's when the chipmunk thinks they're good to eat. Yum. Do you like strawberries? I love strawberries. You can see other changes if a pond is nearby. You can catch some tadpoles in a jar and watch them as they grow. At first, the tadpoles are like tiny black fish that swim underwater. Do you see that? That's what frogs look like when they're babies. They're just little tadpoles that swim. But as they grow, they change. Back legs appear and front legs. Their legs get bigger and bigger, and tails begin to shrink. The tails grow smaller each day until they completely disappear. Because frogs don't have tails, do they? No, they don't. But they start out with one, and then you see how they change. They get legs, and then their tail shrinks until they don't have a tail at all. Pretty cool, huh? A garden, too, is full of changing, growing things. Here in the summer, thin white seeds begin turning into pumpkins. There are many changes along the way. Plant some pumpkin seeds and see. Soon after the seeds are planted, the first leaves appear. Wow, you see these big green leaves? More and more leaves follow, and flowers too. These yellow flowers turn into pumpkins. Other flowers have short stems with small green bumps. When these flowers die, the bumps grow bigger and rounder, and they start to change color. When the pumpkins are ripe, you can make changes too. Have you ever made a jack-o'-lantern before, where you cut a face into your pumpkins? Yeah. It is easy to see how a pumpkin grows, or how a tadpole becomes a frog, but there are some changes that are hard to see. Hens hatch eggs and come out... Wait. Hold on. Hens' eggs hatch, and out come baby chicks that peep and scurry in the dirt. How does that happen? Did you know that eggs turn into little chicks? Little chicks come out? Pretty cool, huh? If you could look inside the eggshell, you would see a spot on the yellow part of the eggs. That spot can become a baby chicken. Did you know that? I didn't know that. As the mother hen warms the egg, the tiny spot grows. The yellow part, or the yolk, is food for the growing chick. Each day the chick grows bigger and bigger, and each day it looks more like a bird. After 3 weeks, the egg is ready to hatch. You see how that egg changes? It goes from looking like this to having a little baby bird inside. And then they come out. Wow. Caterpillars come from eggs too, but they grow and change in a different way. The egg hatches on a leaf. Then the caterpillar eats the leaf. It eats another and another and another, and the caterpillar grows. When it's as big as it can be, it spins a cocoon around itself. Wow, that's pretty neat, huh? What do caterpillars turn into? Do you know? They turn into butterflies after they make their cocoons. Inside the cocoon, it changes more into a butterfly. Trees change too. They don't start out big. A tiny seed falls from a pine cone onto the forest floor and becomes a small seedling. Trees start out really tiny. That's pretty amazing. If the sun warms it, and if the rains water it, the little tree will grow. It won't grow quickly. You'll hardly notice the change. But in 5 years, a small tree will be almost as tall as you are now. In 10 years, it'll reach far over your head. And in 20 years, it'll be a very, very big tree indeed. So it takes a long time for trees to get big. And while that tree is growing, you will also be growing. For you are changing too. You were once a tiny baby. You couldn't walk or talk. You couldn't run or play. Even Miss Megan used to be a baby. We all start out as babies, right? Now you are big. You have learned to do lots of things by yourself, and every day you learn more, and every day you do things better. Because each day and each week and each year, you become more and more the special person you're meant to be. And that is the most wonderful change of all. The end. Wow, did you guys like that story about how things grow? So it was about gardens and plants, but it was also about you and about me and how we grow and we change too, right? Yeah. Good job, friends. It was good to see you again today. I'll see you again tomorrow. All right? Bye.